Hello everybody, happy Friday, I hope you're doing very well. As you can clearly see, I've sold all of my shirts. Just joking, of course. I'm in a different room. I swapped rooms. My bedroom is now in the small room I used to film in, and the large room is the room where I now have all of my shirts. Ironically, I am being crushed against the door. It's because I'm still kind of setting it up. Once I get back from my holiday, I'm going to buy some furniture and set up a dedicated area for like much better filming, much better photography. I've got some grand plans. We'll see how it goes. I've not done it yet, but in a month or so, hopefully things will look much better. So for now, this is where I'm at. Hopefully it doesn't look too terrible. Yeah, so it's we'll just see how it goes from the first video. Of course, I have a shirt to open up here. It's one I've had for about a month or so. Quite a big parcel going on. Let's get it open. It's very, very exciting to see what is going to be inside. A lot of rustling. Right, that can go away. Doesn't necessarily give too much away unless you can sort of see through the wrapper there. It's a little bit possible. So I suppose we best open it up. It's a Ziploc little doodah, I think. It is. Right, that's another one. We have some tags, which is always great. And some more paper greaseproof stuff. And some more. Come on, there we go. Now then. So let's start with the back of the shirt, shall we? As always, I probably have to zoom out a little bit so it doesn't totally destroy the entire sort of camera setup. There we go. So we have some sponsors on the back of the neck and we have some sponsors at the bottom. It's possible you may be picking up this sort of diamond / triangular pattern that seems to run across the back here. Shall we know if it goes across to the front? And then on the back of the neck, it says United in Pursuit. I wonder what that could be referring to when it comes to the United part. And if we bring it round to the front, we should be able to see something that's maybe a little bit recognizable to some people watching this video. So as you can see, that pattern does run across to the front there, and it is a Macron shirt. How about that? We like Macron shirts on this channel, we do. We have a what looks like to be some sort of gambling sponsor. We do not like that on this channel. And then we have the club crest, which I think a lot of you will be familiar with, especially if you're based in the UK. On the inside of the collar there, we have simply just the sizing as they always do with Macron. They have the club crest, and it also says past and then the future. I guess they don't need to think about the present, which, to be honest, they've not had a great season. So there we go. Do we have anything on the sleeves? Nothing on that one. And then we just have a little bit of a sponsor on there. Can't remember if I had the opportunity to get a club, the league patch, but I didn't do that. So let's just not even pretend that even is important. Have the tag. So there we go. I will get the mannequin. I think I can squeeze everything in. And then I'll get back to you with some more information about the club and the shirt as always. Rightio then, there is the shirt. Hopefully everything's still in shot. And it's a really nice shirt design. Not that sure why I'm that surprised, because at least personally, Macron do make some of the best shirts. Now this is Dundee United, and it's their away shirt from 2022-2023, the season that of course has just finished. And I thought, well, whilst I'm away in Scotland, why not do a video with some Scottish themed clubs? And this is one of them, so a little bit of synergy going on there. And I bought this from the club store. I usually, towards the end of season, start scouring all of the clubs that I don't yet have represented in my collection. And Scottish clubs are usually pretty good for a good discount. And this one cost me £22, which is a great, great price for a, well, I suppose, current season shirt at that point. Looking at the website right now, at least at the time of recording, all of last season's shirts have gone. And the new season shirts haven't been released to buy yet. So you're going to have to wait if you're interested in picking up one up from this club. Now, the club was founded in 1909. And of course, they are from Dundee. And they are famous for having a rivalry with just Dundee FC. And having probably the most geographically closely located derby within Britain and probably the world. Without ones that, of course, share the stadium. You could probably stand, put your hand between both stadiums and touch the walls. They are literally that close. If you have not seen it, I would do some Googling because it kind of blows your mind how close they truly really are. And I actually have a shirt of just Dundee. It's not a great shirt, to be honest. It's just kind of a typical Puma one. Ironically, they are actually manufactured by Macron also, and they did, was it the away shirt this season, last season? That was really, really smart. I probably should have grabbed one of those, But at the very least, I have both clubs represented now. So this season, they just finished. They were playing in the Scottish Premiership. Next season, they're going to be playing in the Scottish Championship. Gives you an idea of how that season went. Quite clearly not very well. They finished bottom of the league. So yeah, it's not been a great one for them to remember this shirt by, but you never know, they might bounce back quite quickly this season that's coming up. Now, historically, the club has had major success in the Scottish Premier League. And by major, I mean they've won one league title, which actually is a major success in Scotland because everything else is won by Rangers and Celtic, though you have to go all the way back to the early 80s to when they won the league. And it seems like the early 80s was kind of their heyday. They won a couple of Scottish League Cups, and they actually managed to get to the semi-final of the European Cup, the proper European Cup. They unfortunately lost out to Roma, who would then lose out to Liverpool in the final. So they've had their moments. It's just been a while since they've had those moments. And also, there is that sort of kind of key, funny little bit of trivia that always floats around when it comes to Dundee United and how they are the only team to have a 100% success rate against Barcelona in official matches. They've played them 4 times and won on all 4 occasions. Admittedly, it's been a while again since they played each other, and I think it might be a while since they do because I don't think there's going to be many European spots available to play when you're in the 2nd division of Scotland. Now, this shirt, of course, is manufactured by Macron, which is a great thing for me, and it kind of follows just similar styling as you normally would do. As you can see with the sizing, it fits pretty nicely on this medium mannequin. Bear in mind, the mannequin is a little bit more buff than a lot of people, myself included, so take that into account if you are interested in buying one of their shirts. These have been transferred on. That has like a silicone effect, and that also has a silicone effect. With regards to this crest, this was actually the first occasion that this new updated crest was worn on a shirt. And I say that because you think, well, hang on a minute, there's a home shirt. Well, the home shirt, they actually just had the initials of the club running down there, DUFC, which, to be honest, I quite like that on a shirt. I'm not even sure if I've actually got that on any of my shirts. It's a very sort of classic retro throwback styling. I'm thinking if Chelsea were to ever do that on maybe just like a 3rd shirt, that would be very, very nice. So maybe one day. But so yeah, this one was the first time that the club was able to showcase this new badge. Not sure how much it has changed, but it's great. And you still have the orange, which is, of course, associated with the club. Though if I remember reading correctly, they weren't always wearing orange. Or was it white and green and stuff like that? I think it's because they had some sort of pre-season tour or something in America. They had to pick up some orange shirts. And then when they came back, they decided, let's stick with the orange shirts, and of course they've become as known as the Tangerines ever since. On the back of the neck, obviously I mentioned it says United in Pursuit. That's just a new slogan that the club has kind of released, partly with the new logo there. You've got some little sponsors on the sleeves which have been transferred on, but it's cool, it's nice, it's just a nice Macron shirt. Would I have liked the home one maybe with the orange? Maybe, but you know what, for £22 it's really be difficult to say I'm going to wait for next season. I think last season they actually released some pretty interesting shirts. Again, the home shirt was very interesting, but I missed out on that one. I think I was just a little bit too late, and when I went to check the sales, they had like sizes that were not viable for me, and then some places were reselling it, but more than I would like to have paid. But there we go. Let me know, what do you think about the shirt? I think it's nice. I think it's certainly better than the Dundee one. I'm sorry to any Dundee fans, but Dundee United are winning in this instance, if not necessarily in the league. So there we go. That is this shirt. I'm going to be back from my holiday, so I'm going to do some filming, even though I'm going to be absolutely knackered after all that travelling, and then we'll see what I do for the week ahead. I think I will probably do one of my special shirts because I want to see it in person myself. So, thank you for watching my video as always. Hope you have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.